pleasure of the ride. I am grateful for the air I breathe. I am grateful for the life I live. I am beauty. I am whole.
Good morning and welcome to another Monday morning affirmation. Welcome everybody. If you've never seen me before, my name is JB Rose and today we're looking at permission. Who's given you permission to live your life? Or should you be living your life all by yourself without getting permission from anyone else? Where did this whole permission thing come from? That's what we're going to be looking at today. So listen guys, before we carry on, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If you know of anybody who would really appreciate and get lots from this weekly podcast, then please let them know all about what we're doing here. So listen, before we carry on, let me say what we do. We always do a bit of a warm up, we do some breathing, and then we get into our lovely motivational speak for the day. We do an exercise for you to practice at home, and of course we do the affirmations. These are words of power that we speak to ourselves, to our inner being, to allow us to realize our amazingness. That's what we do here, and we do it every week, and we do it unapologetically. I come every week unapologetically. My numbers may be low, but we are high. Yeah, and we're going to build those numbers. We're going to invite people to come along and join us regardless. So lovely to see my wonderful cousin loud and clear. She says she can hear us. Amazing. And grand rising to you too, wonderful Joe. Okay, so let's get on with why we're here. We're here to transform. We're here to forgive the past. We are here to thrive. We are releasing pain. We are releasing anything that is holding us back. We are releasing suffering. We are changing from the inside out. And we are recognizing our inner power, our inner strength. You are worthy, you are abundant, and you are peace. Now, the answers to our questions are very easy. They're simple. They're very simple, the answers to our questions, but they are not easy to apply. And that's the reason why we come every week. And then I encourage you to just do daily practice. Daily practice where you meditate, where you breathe, and you remember your wholeness, and you recognize that you are abundant, you are infinite, that you are meant to be, that you are not an accident, that you are amazing. And these moments that we spend pouring in ourselves makes such a difference for your day-to-day life and your overall life. So take time. This is your hug. This is your time. All right, so let's do some breathing. Yeah, let's take some nice deep breaths in. Energize that air and body, and then breathe out on. When you breathe in, fill up that tummy. So breathe in and fill up that tummy, and then breathe out on. That's it. One more time. Breathe in. Energize those cells, and then breathe out. Now you're going to take a deep breath in for the count of 3. Hold for the count of 7. And you're going to breathe out for the count of 8. Here we go. Take a deep breath. In 2, 3. And hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3. And hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Breathe in 2, 3. And hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Okay, how are you all feeling? I hope you're all feeling absolutely great. Now, let's do our warm-up. So we're going to roll our heads one way. And then we're going to roll our heads the other way. And then we're going to look behind and look the other way and look back and come down. And now we're going to do what we always do, which is energize our body. We're going to run on the spot as fast as we can, yeah? Bit like a jog, but you're sitting down. But if you're standing and doing it, even more amazing. So here we go. And 1, 2, really fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Now you should feel absolutely energized and ready for our wonderful talk today, which I mentioned is all about permission. Where do we get the permission to live the life that we live? And are we living somebody else's life? That is a question I want you to answer. Now, before I carry on, I really want to encourage you to make sure that you share this and that the exercises that we do, that you do them. You do them at home. You make sure that everyone gets to see the new you because you're doing the exercises and the meditation. Okay, so here we go. So look, you don't need permission to be you. You don't need permission to do the things that make you, make you happy, to follow the path that leads you to your success. You don't need permission. You don't need to ask anyone why you should do anything. So I started to recognize that the school system that we grew up in gave us an education, yes, but it also boxed us in. I mean, if you were the lucky ones who had teachers that taught you to fly, to express yourself, to truly be you, then your experience may have been more expansive. But that wasn't my story. My memory of school, and I'm not sure if it was for you, was conformity. From the uniform, the routine, the curriculum, even down to how boys and girls were supposed to behave. There was one way to be, and that was it. And if you stepped out of that structure, you were labelled, you were punished, or made to feel less than. That's because this system we grew up in wanted something from us, and that was to conform. The system wants us to shrink, to fit into someone else's vision, not our own vision. This system is a vision for someone else. It might not suit you. And how can it when we are how many billion with our own 8 billion, is it 8.5 billion? And so it's 8.5 billion people who have their own destiny, their own. So how can we fit into one person's vision of how to be? This vision was never designed for us to thrive or shine. It was designed so we could become good workers in someone else's dream. So we're living someone else's dream. We are being good workers for someone else. Let's take a step back. In history, the modern education system was shaped in the early 1900s by figures like Rothschild, not solely to offer you the opportunity to read and to write, which is great, but it was also the education system was made to influence and mold us from the moment we step into nursery. This system was made to mold you and educate you the way they want you to be educated. Yeah? And what came with that influence? Doubt, worry, fear, limited belief in self, and most dangerously, a dependency on approval from outside ourselves, from a boss, from a friend, from some society, even our own parents. We have a dependency on looking for approval from somebody outside of ourselves. That's what this system does for us. This disconnection from self leads us to a sense of loss and questions like, who am I really? What is this life really about? Is there more to me than this? And that's because we've been put in this system. So when you ask yourself, I'm just not happy, nothing seems to be right, I thought I liked my job, but I don't like my job. you got to look at, maybe it's something that you've been kind of trying to fit into that you can never ever really truly fit into. And that, my beautiful people, is why we come together here. We come together to shake off that heavy cloak that was never yours to carry. And we come so that we can remember that you are not broken and that you are whole. We come together to recognize the infinite possibilities that lives inside of you. The infinite possibilities. As Marianne Williamson so powerfully said, it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? I love that. Yeah. You don't need the permission of any system, any boss, any parent, or any part of society to start living your truth. All you need is a quiet space, a breath, and a willingness to go within, because that's where the magic is. That's where the truth lives. Eckhart Tolle reminds us, you find space not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing you are the deepest level. You are at the deepest level. So today I say, just take the time to remove the chains that were never yours. Be brave enough to walk in your authenticity so that others can be brave to walk in theirs. And as Oprah Winfrey once said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. So now you know we always do an exercise. So this week's exercise is this. Take your journal and write a big heading at the top. I give myself permission to. And then I want you to complete the sentences at least 10 times with anything that comes to your heart. For example, I give myself permission to rest. I give myself permission to say no. I give myself permission to shine. Read your list out aloud to yourself in the mirror every day this week. Let your voice affirm what your heart already knows. You don't need outside permission to be you. So this is a bit that is great as well. So now we're going to go into our affirmations. If you're on Instagram, you're going to see the affirmations up on, if you're on Instagram, you won't see the affirmations, but I'll read it out for you. So the affirmations: I am whole, I am not broken. I give myself full permission to be who I truly am. I break free from the societal limitations. I trust myself and my journey. I am the designer of my destiny. My light is powerful and I allow it to shine. I am free to be me, boldly, beautifully, and unapologetically. Now, if you're on Facebook and YouTube, take a screenshot, save it, and then go forth and stick it somewhere where you can look at this every single day. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed today. Jo says, I give myself permission. She also says, I am whole and I am not broken. Amen, amen, amen. So guys, just share with me in the box below what resonates with you and why it resonates with you. Remember, you do not need permission. Let me read again what Marianne Williamson said, which is, it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be that? I want to leave you with that. Don't forget to comment afterwards. As I said, the algorithms love it when you respond. Then we get more people joining our wonderful community. I hope you have an amazing week. Love to you all. See you. I've got a single coming out August the 15th, 2025. Check it out. It's it's going to be a great single. And take care. See you next time.